Hey everyone, my name is Gracia and I am trying something new. I don't know much about space, but my husband and my 11-year-old daughter absolutely love space. So this is my attempt at trying to learn the things that they know and seeing if I can gain better knowledge of space and things that are happening. So if you want to continue my journey with me, I would appreciate it and I would love to have you along. And yeah, be nice to me because this is uncharted territory for me. So let's get right into it. This week in Small Rockets, Relativity Space announced Tuesday that it has closed a $140 million Series C funding round led by Bond Capital and Tribe Capital. Basically what this means is Relativity is fully funded to complete the development of its Terran 1 rocket and reach orbit, which is slated to happen in early 2021. Who is Relativity Space? Who is Relativity Space? Relativity Space was founded in 2015 by Tim Ellis and Jordan. Can you go that way and brush your hair? By Tim Ellis and Jordan Noon and is headquartered in LA. Their goal is to 3D print the entire Terran 1 rocket, and its investors are completely confident in that ability. Oh my God. Blue Origin's CEO says that to fly on its new Shepard suborbital Blue Origin's CEO says that to fly on its new Shepard suborbital spaceship will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the beginning, but over time the cost should go down to under $25,000 based on an unofficial poll. Blue Origin's CEO, oh Lord, Blue Origin's CEO says that to fly on its new Shepard suborbital spaceship will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the beginning, but over time that cost should go down to under $25,000 based on an unofficial poll. Rocket Lab, launching out of New Zealand, has announced in October its next commercial mission, aptly named as the Crow Flies, will take an Astro digital satellite into orbit. Holy shit.
Language!
Rocket Lab, launching out of New Zealand, has announced in October its next commercial mission, aptly...
bad language.
Stop!
No bloopers.
Rocket Lab, launching out of New Zealand, has announced in October its next commercial mission, aptly named as the Crow Flies, will take an Astro digital satellite into orbit.
She's gonna have bloopers, don't worry.
No, she's not. Virgin Galactic has signed an agreement with the Italian Air Force allowing people to fly on its suborbital spacecraft and conduct scientific research. This would be the first time any government has paid for a ride on a suborbital space mission. The flight could be possible as early as 2021. In June of 2017, the Pegasus, a Northrop Grumman rocket, was supposed to launch but hasn't due to a series of delays. It was initially delayed in June in 2018 because of an issue with the rocket. I can't do this. I can't do it! You're gonna have us forward to October 9th, just a few days from now. It is scheduled to launch for what could be its final flight. Galactic Energy, Space Trek, and Beijing Deep Blue Aerospace are three more Chinese companies trying to make their way into space. Last week, Galactic Energy successfully carried out a hot fire test of the second stage of its first launch vehicle that lasted 74 seconds. Space Tech has announced it will do a test flight of a suborbital rocket sometime in the near future, and Beijing Deep Blue announced their first Beijing Deep Blue announced their thrust chamber hot test for a kerosene liquid oxygen engine was a success.
She's gonna have bloopers, don't worry.
In medium rockets, on to medium rockets. In 2021, SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket will launch a commercial lunar lander from Florida's Kennedy Space Center. It will deliver a payload to the moon, including up to 5 science instruments for NASA. It's likely going to be a rideshare mission due to the fact that there is remaining mass or weight in the rocket. Yes. Yes. For large rockets, as many people know, Elon Musk debuted his gigantic, ginormous, huge, whatever word you will choose to describe it, rocket.
CFR! Big freaking rocket!
As many people know, Elon Musk debuted his gigantic rocket upper first stage. As many of you know, Elon Musk debuted his gigantic rocket upper first stage Starship prototype. Musk has said that he wants to get the Starship to fly into orbit within the next 6 months, but should be ready for high-altitude atmospheric test flight in the next month or two. The next 3 scheduled launches are due for October 9th, which is the Proton from Kazakhstan.
Look at my booty hole.
October 9th, the Pegasus from somewhere in the ocean off Florida. And October 14th, Rocket Lab out of New Zealand. So what have I learned this week? I learned what a payload was. Oh God. A payload is basically the term for what is being carried into space, whether it's satellites, cargo of some sort, or humans. I learned what suborbital spaceflight is, and it's when the spacecraft reaches orbit. I learned what suborbital spaceflight is, and that means, or that's where the spacecraft reaches outer space, but it will not complete one orbital revolution. And then lastly, I learned that the world of space travel is moving really fast, and we will be on Mars before we know it.
Yeah, right, in 2717.
This one right here is the child that likes space. She's very annoying, as you can tell. There you
Do you see me?
There you go. Yes.
No!
So what have I learned? I have learned what a payload is. Payload is basically the term for what is being sent or carried into space, whether it's satellites, cargo of some sort, or humans. I also learned what suborbital spaceflight is.
Ugh.
What's suborbital spaceflight, Lila?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
In class? Suborbital spaceflight is when the spacecraft reaches outer space, but it will not complete one orbital rotation. Revolution. Rotation, revolution.
We're pretty much monkeys. I hope you guys know that.
You're a monkey.
Your mom's a monkey.
And then lastly, I learned that space travel is moving really fast.
Yeah, obviously. I'm gonna be dead in 27.
2717, that's when we're going to Mars. That's in like 700 years.
Exactly.
It's not going to take that long.
Yes, it is.
You dumb.
Oh, wait, no, that's to colonize Mars. Yeah.